in the future we'll not talk about Web3 anymore. It will just be there automatically. I totally believe that, because there's too many benefits to it, right? So if you're thinking about the long-term industry perspective, it's almost like you don't talk about, oh, how does the electricity function? No, it's just there. You flip on the switch, the light goes on.
Thank you so much, Domenik. It's nice. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you for having me.
To start, Domenik, can you share a bit about your background and how you got involved into the Web3 gaming?
I'm Domenik. I'm the founder of iBlocks and the developers of Stray. And we got into Web3 gaming mainly through my investment background, actually. So I come from a corporate investment side. I used to work for large banks, hedge funds, derivatives trader, portfolio manager. So what we do is we have a very strong quantitative finance background.
Okay.
And what happened was we started iBlocks, I would say before the previous bull run in 2020. And we did a lot of consulting for token economy companies because of our quant finance. So we do a lot of stress test modeling of game economies especially. And what was missing was essentially a really good game, because we had a lot. We did literally hundreds of consultant sessions where we supported with token economies and the creation of those. And what was missing was really a good game. So we said, okay, well, we're going to build one. So we hired game developers, and here we are, essentially over 4 years later, working on this.
4 years in the making.
Yeah.
You mentioned a while ago that you are more likely in the background of banks, but why you also jump in for a twist of gaming?
In crypto, so jumping into crypto and then jumping into gaming, I've always been a gamer. That's easy to say. I always loved to play games at the very, very early childhood. So the very first games I played on the Commodore and C64 and 386s, and so I remember one of my very first games I really loved was The Secret of Monkey Island. You guys are way too young for these games. It's ages ago, but it's like hilarious games. So I've always been a gamer. And the crypto side came actually while I was still working for one of the largest banks in the world. I was on the trading floor and I wasn't allowed to trade, because when you work in banks, you have strong regulation. You could have inside information because I was on the trading floor, but we didn't, right? But we ran, essentially it wasn't possible to trade your own book. And then one day at lunch, friends told me from compliance, oh, you can trade these cryptocurrencies. This was in 2016. So I started to trade crypto at that time, completely fell in love in it. And somehow I realized, hey, all the algorithms that we developed or that I developed are actually more profitable than working here. So left the banking side then after, and yeah, this is how I got into crypto.
Okay, as we move forward, Domenik, what inspired the creation of Stray?
Stray, the creation, I mean, I'm a big Counter-Strike and shooter game fan. And when you look at, for example, Counter-Strike, I would say Counter-Strike is probably the closest game that is very similar to Web3, because you can acquire assets, you can then open loot boxes and get more assets and then sell them on the Steam marketplace. However, there's a lot of black market trading, there's a lot of trouble behind, right?
Yeah.
And Web3 and blockchain is perfect for that, right? Where assets can be owned by players and they can decide if they want to really sell it, and it's not censored if they want to sell it or not and against what assets.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like the idea behind.
That era, Counter-Strike is my era. So it's really amazing that this Web2 being twist into a Web3 game, that kind of genre. How would you describe the game to someone new to Web3?
I mean, I mentioned Counter-Strike, so there's certain mechanics, and it's a third-person shooter, although players will have the opportunity to switch to first-person view as well if they want to.
Okay.
And it's on mobile and PC, and we're also looking to launch on consoles later on, but right now the focus is fully on mobile, along with PC.
Okay.
And game itself, I mean, certain mechanics from Counter-Strike, especially when it comes to the crates that you can win and certain gameplay like team deathmatches and bomb diffusion. It's probably also a mix with Escape from Tarkov, because we have like an extraction shooter element in it.
Yeah.
So if you eliminate me in the extraction mode, you can literally take my weapon and it's yours.
Okay.
Right? It's yours to keep, even if it has value. That's kind of like the risk return that players have. And yeah, so I would say that probably describes it the best.
I think that's a good twist, because you need to skill up.
Yeah.
So you can earn more.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. So next, Dominic, what were the biggest challenges your team faced while developing the game within the 4 years?
Plentiful. So when we set out to build Stray Shot,
Okay.
when we said, okay, well, what are the problems in Web3 gaming right now? This was obviously in the area of 2021, the first crypto gaming hype market. And a lot of things were very clear. Token economy needs to make sense. You cannot just infinitely mint new assets and think that the price will stay the same. That's not how it works, right?
Yeah.
So that's one thing. User onboarding friction and the technology behind needs to completely change.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of players that realize that now. You cannot have a user onboarding experience that starts with install a wallet here, pay for gas fees now, and all of that. That's not how it works.
Okay.
It needs to be completely Web 2 oriented and make the Web 3 part of it very easy, very simple, and also probably very optional. Because not everybody wants to immediately trade something, or no, they want to enjoy a good game. That's first and foremost, right? So I think user onboarding experience certainly super important that you have this down, and token economy. Those two things are hugely important. But the most important, of course, is build a really good game, right? Because otherwise, nothing will work.
Next, how do you see AI shaping the future of Web3 gaming, and is your team open for that integration?
It's massive, right? So when you look at what we are building with Stray Shot, and yesterday when we had our tournament, the first day, and people were playing, they were like literally amazed what we built, and they were like, "Wow, this is better than PUBG and COD." I'm not sure if I can really believe that, but we got amazing feedback, right?
Yeah.
And normally these teams, I mean, if you pound for pound, if you compare it, a game like ours needs normally 300, 400 developers, right? Like if you really build it high end, especially for low end mobile devices, which our game runs on, that it looks really nice on low end devices. Is very challenging, right? And AI helps massively because, for example, let's say we have just been doing new emotes that we are integrating now that people can win. And an emote, if you animate it, would normally take like a good animator, a high-end emote, probably a full week of work.
Okay.
With AI, this now takes half a day, right? Because you let the AI do most of the work, and then you just polish it, right? And later on, we'll probably move to a way where there's almost no polishing needed, right? And then you can literally scale studios massively. So AI will it levels the playing field completely.
So you're saying, Dominic, that in terms of AI helping shaping or developing the game, it's really good.
Yeah.
But how about the AI agents?
Also, I mean, you can look at marketing, let's say social media marketing, right? You can use an AI agent that manages everything for you,
Okay.
right? Like, so all of these things are, I would say, in the favor of the little guy, right? We consider ourselves the little guy, although we have over 30 people working in our offices day and night almost, right? But we are still a little guy compared to the big games and big studios. So AI levels the playing field. Right, you'll see more studios come along with a handful of developers building AAA games.
Yeah.
Right, this will happen.
Yes, thank you for that insight.
Thank you.
Because I always ask this because I'm teasing out what will be the negative, the positive, and your insights are very helpful. Okay, so Web3 gaming is still in its early stages, right? In your perspective, where do you see the industry heading in the future?
I think in the future we'll not talk about Web3 anymore. It will just be there automatically. I totally believe that, because there's too many benefits to it, right? So if you're thinking about the long-term industry perspective, it's almost like you don't talk about, how does the electricity function? No, it's just there. You flip on the switch, the light goes on, right?
Yeah.
You don't care how this works. And the same thing will happen in gaming totally. And I think what is needed for this industry of the crypto gaming, Web3 gaming market is a couple of really good titles. It's probably not going to be only one. It needs a couple. Right, it needs the off the grids, the Raven Quests, or the Maple Stories, or also the Stray Shots. Right, those are needed in order to mass adopt users and also teach them. Look, this is not just a cash grab or anything. Here's real value. There are real games being built, games that are really fun and enjoyable to play.
Yeah. So Web3 gaming. It's inevitable, and we are coming for you. So what are the upcoming features or updates can players look forward for your players and for the other players who haven't tried the Stray Shots?
Yep. So we have massive amount of updates coming in the next, I would say, weeks and months. So right now, like yesterday was the first day that public could play Stray Shot Mobile. It was a big day for us. We had a long waiting line of people playing there at the booth. And we also hosted an online tournament for our community members because we're like, okay, our community is going to be really upset if someone can only play here and they cannot play. So we invited a couple of selected community members. Really amazing test because we had like, I don't know, 4,500, 5,000 matches played, and we only had like 29 individual players crashes, right? So when you think it's always matches of at least 50 players, so really good numbers for us. So that showed us, okay, well, tech-wise, we're doing really good. It's running very stable, so we're very, very relieved about that. And the next updates will be essentially, we're going to introduce a lot more game modes because we're currently only playing Battle Royale, but we have the team death matches and the extraction shooter. We have special game modes as well. We're introducing probably this month already the team modes, like playing Battle Royale with your duos together or trios, squad matches as well. The hostage rescue, where you actually rescue a hostage, bring it to the safe house, and if you do that, you win a special prize. So there's a lot of updates coming.
I love the hostage twist. I will personally look that one.
Awesome.
Yeah. The first person-to-person game, for Stray Shot is at PBW. So why PBW or why Philippines?
I mean, Philippines is a key market for us, right? So strategy-wise for Stray Shot, we have the strategy of rather mass market, right? We don't need to be only in the West or in the tier 1 gaming markets, but we rather have actually a focus on emerging markets, right? And Philippines is prime for that because, I mean, people here are super educated, speak very well English, right? They're heavy gamers. They're also very crypto affine, I would say. They're very open to crypto. So it's a perfect market, right? And we really wanted to have a country where we can test the low-end devices. Because, of course, I mean, not everybody runs around with an iPhone 15 or so here, right? So low-end devices, and this is the perfect stress test for us. So Philippines is really, really an important market for us.
Since you mentioned those positive side, I just personally think, why do you think that the evolution or the grasping of the Web3 in the Philippines is somehow slow, other than to other countries?
I'm not sure if it's slow. I would actually say it's strong. So from our perspective, the Philippines are really one of the key markets in Web3. And I mean, you see in the first crypto gaming market, Axie Infinity was huge here, right? Like, I mean, government had to issue orders. Hey guys, earnings in Axie are taxable, right? and all kinds of things. So yeah, but unfortunately, when the market turned, not everything was as good, and I think lots of players lost a lot of money. But that's also coming back to game economy. It was literally the first proof of concept, right? So I feel like they did a lot of things right. And so I think the future looks very positive here. And I think as soon as people see, hey, I can play a really cool game, and I'm not forced to invest or buy anything, because in Stray Shot you can play for free. Right, like there's no mandatory requirement. Oh, you need to buy this and this and this to earn. But of course, if you buy a pro membership or if you want to buy special skins, that's all possible.
Okay, right. I just got curious. You guys have a specific token?
We will have a token. Yes.
Soon.
So we always had a product first approach completely, right? Like we were asked by many investors, strategic buyers, oh, launch the token now, and we were like, guys, we're launching a product, we're launching a game. And then we're launching the token. So what happens right now is people will play. And in the next instance, when we open up the Philippines and a couple of other countries 24/7, that they can play 24/7s, because right now servers are only open when we host a tournament. But this will happen very soon. And then people can play for certain soft currency, and that essentially shows your player skill. And later on, you'll participate in campaigns and all of that, and you can turn these soft currency into subscriptions, into skins, maybe even into some tokens. Who knows?
Why not? I think it's not possible.
No, right now, because we haven't gone live yet. So we go live, we build a large community, and then we list the token. But the token will come 100%. That's clear.
Part of the roadmap.
Yeah, it's part of the roadmap.
So technically, if I will buy skins and other items, it's under what network?
I mean, right now everything is Ethereum virtual machine based. So we work with Scale Network, for example,
Scale Network.
that helps with gasless transactions. But we're also very multi-chain friendly. So we're talking to a couple of chains where we also are very open to working with them.
I see. Okay. Where can the audience follow your project and stay updated?
I mean, we have a pretty active Discord channel, which is essentially discord.gg/strayshot.
Straight.
And Telegram the same, so follow us on Telegram, but you can just go to our website strayshot.game, and there you will find all the socials, and you'll find us there. We're also on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere.
Any final message for the Web3 gaming community, your community, and the users or the players haven't tried your game?
I would say be positive, because Strayshot is gonna be advancing here, and Web3 gaming is advancing, and I think we'll make a positive impact. Future looks bright.
You know, it's a pleasure that I am one of the alpha.
Yes.
That's
earliest testers.
yes. By the way, this is still under open beta.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Domenik.
Thank you so much.
It's a really pleasure to talk
Likewise.
to you.
Likewise. Thank you.
Thank you.